Mills on first down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 38, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Here is Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Herbert, he'll air this one out for Mims. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. On the punt, 2 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Mills on 3rd and 2. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's into the hands of Eckler. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big game that time for the Chargers.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again, Herbert. Ebron caught left side. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Eckler, they run left side. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. On 2nd and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mills again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They run the counter. Love. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Mills. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Leaping, and he makes the grab. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Texans scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Trying to toss play to Love. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. On the return, it's Taylor. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Play action. It's Herbert. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Herbert now. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Check 50, check 50.
A first down throw for Mills. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Play action now. Mills. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, Mills. It's hauled in by Shepard. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Touchdown! It's complete. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Play fake, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Charger drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Desmond King picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Logan Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Herbert off of play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yedem picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, Mills. Out to the right here to Shepard. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Mills. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
On the return, it's Taylor. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Now Mills on the bootleg. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
56, Mike.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And all the way down to the 26. 93 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
And he finds his target, Ebron. Touchdown, Chargers. Eric Ebron. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action. Mills. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Looking to throw is Mills. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Herbert. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not...
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now room for Eckler. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On second down, Love. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He finds his man complete. That's Love. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10. Now Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Mike Williams, 56 yards. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air. But mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Houston, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.